Hello everyone, I'm Exterminator, and thank you for joining me. And I'm very excited to give what I consider to be a very big announcement, probably one of the biggest announcements that I've made on the channel in a very, very long time in regards to some new things that are coming to the channel content-wise, some changes I'm making for style of content and things of that nature. So definitely stick around. I'm really excited to let you guys know about this and that you can expect it here in the near future. And I hope you guys are as excited as I am. So really quickly, we are on our Supplying Atlantis Megabase map here, which is my stream series. We're making very good progress. We have most of our Megabase build set up, some circuit builds here and stuff. I'm going to head up there while we talk. But here is the new things that are on the way. So there's going to be, for sure, two new tutorial type series that are going to be coming in the fairly near future, and then another potentially non-Factorio series in game showing up on the channel. It's a game that most of you have probably heard of, and I've played a little bit previously on the channel, and I'd really like to get back into it just for fun. So let's start with the tutorials, though. The big one is going to be a tutorial that focuses on all aspects of the game. It's not necessarily going to be a playthrough or a let's play. However, it is going to be structured in a season or series form. And this is something different than I've done in the past with my tutorial videos. Usually with my tutorial videos, as you probably have noticed, they kind of just come out randomly at random times and seem to have no rhyme or reason to, anything, why one topic is happening at this time and, if something has already been covered or not. It's just kind of all over the place. And I'd really like to give a more structured feel to it. And I was talking with a member of my community who I actually was helping with his base and stuff, and we were talking, and he started talking to me about it, and we kind of came up with a general plan for it. Now, in the future, I may be working with him on some of these, but for right now, it's mostly just me. I've kind of lost contact with him temporarily, but yeah, I do want to give a shout out to Roland. Deepson is who that was, who I discussed this with. But basically, here's what the format's going to be. So it's going to be in the form of seasons, much like a TV show would be, where we're going to start with season 1, and there is going to be a much more structured feel to it than anything I've ever done previously. And here's what I mean by that. Usually when I make my tutorials, I make them on the spot. Like, I'll do a little bit of prep and research and but, I don't pre-record them necessarily. Like, I'll sit down and record a tutorial video and then I'll just release it, like, that day or the next day. And usually I come up with the idea, like, the day of. But this is going to be much, much more prepared and thought out. So there's going to be a set number of episodes in the season. Season 1 is going to consist of between 12 to 14 episodes, I'd say. It will be an exact amount, but I'm still narrowing down all the topics. I have the topics all thought of and written out. I just have to narrow down if there's some I want to eliminate in there, and I think I may at least remove from Season 1. So there's going to be a preset amount of episodes, and with that, they're all going to be pre-recorded. And the advantage to this is that there's no last minute panicking to get something done, or something comes up in my life when I was supposed to release it, like the day of, that I don't have to skip it because I don't have time to record it. All of these are going to be recorded before anything's released. Every single one of these is going to be made before even the first episode is released. Now, of course, the disadvantage to that is that any feedback you provide will be fairly irrelevant to that particular season. However, it can certainly be taken into account in future episodes or videos or seasons. And hopefully there shouldn't be too much I'm missing, because these are going to be much, much more thought out. Like I'm creating a spreadsheet. I'm fairly well into it. I'm laying out the ideas. I already know the idea of these episodes. I already have an idea of what's going into these episodes. I will do much better preparation before each one, so I'm more prepared. There will be video editing where necessary, either by myself or Roland has offered, or Aiden, who has done a lot of my artwork and some video editing. Maybe we'll be able to do that. So where necessary, there will be video edits in effects and cuts and stuff to make them much more clean. And with the preset amount of episodes, another huge advantage to this is they will be released on a schedule. So much like the mod spotlights, where it is every single Wednesday I release a mod spotlight, this is going to be the same type of thing. There's going to be one a week, and with the amount of episodes planned, that will last for roughly 2 to 2.5 months or so, and a little, maybe like 2.5, 3 months, with one coming out every single week. And even the mod spotlights I sometimes miss and like have to do the day after something because something comes up, but that will not be the case with these unless, I don't know, unless like I totally lose internet for like 4 days and can't upload it or something. But these will, they'll all be already done, complete, everything finished before it even starts. So they should be timely every single week. I haven't decided which day yet, but you can expect them on the same day every week once it starts. And it's just going to be much more structured. And then they're also going to cover, like I said, varying topics throughout the game, but they're also going to be arranged and clearly marked in the thumbnail. Aiden and I have worked on some thumbnails that are hopefully pretty clearly marked in regards to what skill level they are for, which hopefully should help people maybe, decide or know if this is, if it's something for them or not. Because they're going to be marked for either beginner players, intermediate players, or advanced players, or maybe a better way to describe that would just be like general levels of play, like a beginner for like beginner topics or intermediate topics or advanced topics within the game, and stuff like that. And there's going to be a combination of all three of those in Season 1. And they're going to be chronologically arranged as much as possible. So we're going to kind of go through the game. They're going to be arranged, from kind of the beginner up to advanced as much as possible. There may be some mixing and matching just depending on how things settle in and what topics relate to other topics and stuff. But for the most part, it should be, logically, chronologically arranged. And there you go. So that's the first one. I'm really excited about it. The other last thing about this is due to having them pre-planned and a lot of prep work for them and some video editing, they will be much more concise and to the point. A lot of my tutorials, I know you guys kind of have some complaints that they're a little drawn out or I ramble too much. I'm going to try my very best to not have that happen here. They're going to be very much to the point, on topic, quick. Obviously getting the information that needs to be given, but just very, very on topic and to the point, and hopefully just much cleaner. So that's super exciting. Let me know what you think about that. So that's the first one. The second tutorial thing is going to be a Megabase guide tutorial. And I've done this, I've attempted this a couple times in the past with Madzuri, I believe, and Mojo, and it failed both times. I'm going to be honest, it failed both times. We did not approach it, I think, in a very good way, and I've given it a lot of thought, and kind of coming at it from a new angle, which I think will work a lot better. Basically, I'm going to title it, I'm going to name it like Megabase Theory and Guide or something. And I'm going to approach it, again, as chronologically is possible. When Zuri and Mojo and I tried to do it, we kind of just hopped in like at random points. Like we just started out with like train links and like utilizing inserters properly or something. It was like all over the place. It was really quite a mess now that I look back at it. And people complained about that. They said, this is not very helpful. And I would agree. So the new thing I have planned, like the first episode I already have basically planned out. In the same thing mostly will apply to this. I don't think I'm going to pre-record every episode in it because I think that one, particularly the Megabase series, really should take your feedback from each episode into account. But at the very least, I will pre-plan general topics and put a lot more work into them beforehand. So like I already have a really good idea of what the first episode is going to be, and it's going to start at the beginning, and it's going to basically cover like what your thought process like I shouldn't say should be, but like a thought process to have before even starting to like build anything or go into it, that will be helpful in like what ideas and goals you should create for yourself, and stuff like that, rather than just like hopping into super specific things like trains and inserters and beacons, which, you know, for someone never building a megabase, it's like, okay, well, that's great, but where do I start? This will be just, should make a lot more sense and kind of come at it just from like, here's your starting point, and then kind of move through as we go through that. And I will be using probably this map for examples. I will probably be using some other megabases for examples, and some, you know, just some test maps with creative mode or editor and stuff. So that's what that one's going to look like. I hope you guys really enjoy that. I have had many requests before for a Megabase series, and I couldn't really figure out a good way to do it until recently. I was really thinking about it, and I think I've come up with a good way to do this. So there's that. And then the last thing is going to be, this one is not guaranteed, but if I have time, I would very much like to integrate some city skylines into the channel. I've been watching a lot of another YouTuber who plays City Skylines, and I'm really, really enjoying it, and it's kind of made me think of the game and approach it in a different way, that has me very excited about it, and I think can just, you know, when I did it in the past, it wasn't super popular on my channel, but also I just got bored of it and like ran out of things, like I didn't know really where to proceed in there. But after watching this other YouTuber, I have a much better idea of how I would go about things, and still kind of make it continue to be entertaining for myself. So that is like, if I have time, I would really like to do that for fun. But definitely the two tutorials I mentioned are going to happen. I'm already well into planning them, and stuff like that. So there you go, guys. I hope you're excited about this. I think it's a huge announcement. I've never, like I said, I've never done anything like this structured and stuff on my channel, and I think it will be really good. I know a lot of you have requested it before and said, you know, your channel would benefit from this, and why don't you do this? And I think you're right. And I'm finally taking the initiative to do it that way, to the best of my ability. You know, again, like, it's, you know, it's the first time I'm doing it this way. You know, like season 1 of the thing, it's not going to be perfect. I'm going to try my very best. You know, and that's really all I can offer, is to try my best. You know, even, you know, like TV shows, you know, sometimes season 1 is the best season, but a lot of times it is kind of iffy, and then it just improves from there. And I expect that to be the case with this. But I think even season 1 will be many, many steps above tutorials and stuff, and just general videos I put out in the past, because it'll just be much more professional, structured, planned out, concise, to the point, and hopefully just easier watching and more informative, and stuff, without taking too much of your guys' time. So there you go. I'm super excited. I really hope you guys are excited. I would love to hear what you think in the comments. If you have any, I guess, like, pre-release suggestions, and anything like that, definitely let me know. But I kind of laid it out for you. I really look forward to doing it. I can't tell you exactly when it's going to start. I'm hoping over the next few weeks, maybe. You know, like I said, the videos should be pretty short, so it shouldn't be that difficult to record them. You know, there's going to be pre-planning and stuff, but like actual recording should not take that long. They're going to be pretty short videos, while still covering the information that needs to be covered, of course. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for all your continued support. I know there hasn't been a lot of content on the channel lately, and I've just been busy with other stuff and working on this idea and stuff like that. So that's kind of the deal. I'm certainly not like going away or or purposely, you know, letting the channel die or anything like that. There is some really great stuff coming. So leave your thoughts down below. If you're excited, definitely leave a like. And if you want to see this stuff, feel free, you know, definitely subscribe and turn on the notifications little bell so you can be notified when this stuff comes out. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.